The taxi strike in Diepsloot, north of Johannesburg this morning, has finally come to an end. Meanwhile, the owners of various taxi associations have come to an agreement to end the strike. The taxi drivers affiliated to Diepsloot Taxi Association went on a strike protesting against the recent spate of killings in the area. 3 taxi drivers have been killed in Diepsloot in the past week. The strike slowed down rush hour traffic along the R511 and N14 roads in Dainfern and Fourways. Stranded commuters were forced to walk to work, and they were barred from asking for lifts from private motorists.
What the drivers need now is the owners to come down and speak to them, because they are the ones who are driving every day, and then the owners are nowhere to be found. So they just want the owners to come and talk to them and assure them that they will be safe. The owners and the Rulta, they've got a very good relationship with the police, and they should start engaging the police, and these cars, they need to be patrolled. And would like to even to tell the MEC and the Minister of Safety to come down here, because really this is very concerning to us. We had so many lives being lost in our community because of these feuds.
No, let me start by saying it's a sad what you are saying, for our community not to have a transport to be able to go to work. However, we must also consider the other part of the story. Drivers are being shot. I'm talking to you, one is dead now, has been buried yesterday. The other one is critically injured. Members of the community that are equals to 3 has been shot. So we are concerned. To say, the only point that we want to make is to say the 2 associations must agree. If they're failing to agree, therefore the Provincial Department of Transport must come in and resolve this matter. People cannot stay here, lingering around here without a transport going to work.
Well, joining me now on the phone line live is Gauteng Traffic Department spokesperson Busapi Ngomalo. A very good morning to you, Busapi. Appreciate your time. The discussions, are you happy that the way that they've gone with these different taxi associations today?
Yes, good morning, and good morning to the listeners.
Are you happy with the way that negotiations have gone this morning between these rival taxi associations?
No, at the moment, I think they're still negotiating. I'm not sure, because I'm not part of the negotiation. I'm not part of the negotiation. As a spokesperson, I'm supposed only to talk about what is happening, more especially on law enforcement. But with the situation right now, I think the situation is under control. Our officers have been deployed in the area since this morning. We've got Gauteng Traffic Police officers, SAPS and JMPD. That is a task team that is being established by the MEC, both Vadi, the MEC for Transport, MEC for Community Safety, which is They've established a team to deal with taxi violence in the province. So they're monitoring the area. I heard now that there is a match. You know, the operators are not happy. They are toying because they are killed on daily basis. It is not a good thing. We are not excited. We are not happy at all as the Department, of Community Safety or Gauteng Traffic Police, to see people being shot at our taxi rank, and also innocent people. It's even worse. So we are saying enough is enough. We are enough of taxi violence that is happening in the province. Remember, Gauteng and KZN, taxi violence is happening on daily basis. So we are saying to the 2 associations, please let them sit down, negotiate, and resolve this matter without any other person being hurt, or any member of the public getting, bullets, being shot. It's not safe, and we just want to plea with all our communities that it is not safe to be at the taxi rank at the moment, more especially at Diepsloot taxi rank around the area, because the 2 associations, which is Rulta and PRS, we are hoping that they're gonna sit down and resolve the problem.
Busapi, there's also reports that over 100 of some of these taxis have been impounded. Can you confirm that?
Yes, there are taxes that have been impounded, obviously, because remember, as law enforcement agency, whenever there's conflict, we come in and try to resolve the problem. But if the problem is not resolved, we'll take the taxes. The reason for us to impound those taxes this morning, and they are kept at our Jamestown taxi pound, which is they are safe there. Maybe the vehicles, they are not having permits, they are in the wrong route, because the reason for taxi violence is because of the taxis that are not supposed to be there, or the conflict that is they always fight for the routes. Sometimes they're fighting for a wrong route, and then the taxis that were they're not having proper documentation were impounded this morning, because that is the cause of taxi violence.
Thanks very much, Busapi. That's where we'll leave it. Department spokesperson Busapi Nxumalo on the line.
The meeting that was taking place just now between owners has just been concluded, and as we reported, the strike has now been called off. Of course, we were barred off from entering that meeting. Owners are going to be putting themselves in strategic areas to make sure that the drivers are not shot at. Certainly doesn't really paint a very good looking picture in terms of peace and calm. For me, it says a lot of violence might just be on the horizon, but hopefully the association's meeting today in Randburg will find a long-lasting solution to the problem.